We opened this in 30 days. We painted it. We took everything out. We were here literally like 16 hours a day, every day for the first 3 months we were open.
How'd you do that, though, dude? That's a lot of money to come up with to get the oven.
I already have that oven over at Living House.
This space is so well designed that like one person could sit in there and crank.
I've cranked Friday night service, Saturday night service by myself. I had a counter person, you know what I mean? But like, I know I could still do it. Do I want to do it for another 10 years? Probably not, but yeah.
The following podcast is a Pie to Pie production.
Every slice tells a story.
Slice is building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. Like us, they are telling the stories of the independent pizza shop owners and ultimately creating tools that help the small guy compete with the big chains. This business can be lonely, but with Slice, you can be in business for yourself, not by yourself. This episode is brought to you by Karen Spring Mills. It's not your average flour. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things, all qualities that I want in my dough and in my restaurant. They're here to help you bake your best. Better pizza, better future. Flat iron pepper. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Stop finishing your pizza with crap. Head to flatironpepper.com and join the pepper flake revolution. This episode is brought to you by Maestro Sausage, the only sausage we use at Hot Tongue. They produce sausages specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell. So if your sausage isn't hitting all the right notes, let Maestro lead the way.
Yeah, dude, I think so. First off, the weekend we moved here, it was like that record 118. I really thought about turning around and going back. You know, all the ACs were sold out and shit. And
yeah, no one has AC in the Northwest.
No.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought we were moving into that situation, you know, and it was just fucking crazy hot. Like, you know, wasn't used to that. You know, Oxnard like feels like it's like 75 degrees year round, you know?
Yeah.
And
Bakersfield at the beach.
Yeah. And then went into, I think, 9 months of rain after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So you're talking about that seasonal depression shit?
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
100%, dude.
We flew in and I was like depressed, man.
Right. And you just miss great weather too.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
But
no, that shit is real, man.
Yeah,
well,
that
shit is
you
is
adjust?
real.
Would you like drink more coffee or
Dude,
what's the deal?
Fucking therapy, dog. You know, for real. And that's coming from a fucking Chicano that you don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like therapy is what did it, and like just a little bit of coaching, like, you know. It was fucking, and then I figured it out. You know, take some vitamin D. Go to Fred Meyer where you got those fucking bright lights and shit.
Hell yeah,
Talk
dude.
To people. You know what I mean?
Fred Meyer, dude. The first day we were here, dude, I had to show Matt a Fred Meyer. I was like, it's kind of like a smaller Walmart and like a little bit like fancier.
Yeah.
You know?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So, dude, you did some therapy when you got out here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, still doing it. Yeah.
And it's helping?
Yeah.
I feel like therapy, we've talked about like mental health a ton on the pod because
dude, it's essential, especially in this business.
I know. It's because it can feel so suffocating and like you're in a kitchen and usually like it can breed certain attitudes and situations. But I mean, I really wish that therapy was like government mandated because I feel like we all need a little therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is it a Chicano thing that like you shouldn't get therapy?
Because we don't go, like, you know.
Just eat your feelings?
Eat your feelings. You don't go to the doctor. You're okay. You know, fucking, you know.
That sounds like a scary way to live.
Little vapor rub and some 7-Up. You're fucking, you're good, you know.
Vapor rub and 7-Up, dude. Yeah, you're fucking chill.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I'll try that. Like for everything?
Yeah, but I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the concept that you had, like you started popping up. We talked about you were working at Demos. Like when did you start kind of like making like the pizzas that would one day be on this menu?
Oh, this shit started like, you know, like in 2015. This homie I went to culinary school with, I bought a Baker's Pride and put it behind a fucking little trailer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we just started doing this little pop up together. It was we were calling it Market Pie. You know, kind of like farm focus. You know, pies
In Oxnard.
Yeah. And one day we were like, yo, let's do a fucking chorizo and papas pizza. You know, and we did it for this produce company, Berryman. They had this new facility opening up in Oxnard, and they hired us to do food there, and we had this so we had that on the menu, and this lady probably had a Mexican restaurant. She's like, you know, looking at the menu, and she's like, you put chorizo con papas on a pizza? She said it just like that, you know, and I was just like, yeah. She was like kind of like scoffing at us, but then she sat there and ate like fucking 4 slices, and she was like, this is fire. And I was like, yo, Billy, like, I think we got something going with this kind of a concept, you know what I mean? But you know, it was kind of an afterthought, but I always thought about it, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I always got clowned for calling pizza Pixxa, you know what I mean? Like just growing up like ESL and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So it just always stuck with me. And then I thought about different variations of pies we can do. Like, you know, I remember working at a pizza shop, and every time I saw a pizza that had like pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapenos, I always knew that was a Mexican homie, you know, like, who was that, you know?
The PPJ, dude.
Yeah, right.
The PPJ, man.
Right, and so there was just, you know, a lot of ways you can go with it. Like right now I got a Elote pizza too, you know what I mean? And that thing sells more than fucking pepperoni pizza, you know? It's just...
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is that something that you're kind of like known for? You've gotten press, obviously.
Yeah, I have. I think the Elote is probably the biggest one, where I usually exclusively only have that in the summer when my homie's growing the corn and shit, you know, and but people ask for it every fucking day, and I was just like, dude, I'm losing money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So found some corn in California and in Arizona, and I'm like, all right, let's fucking bring it back, you know, and it's selling. You know? Yeah.
You ain't fucking with canned corn, huh?
Fuck no, no, I won't do that. Yeah.
Are you pretty crazy about your ingredients?
Not as much as I used to be, you know, when I used to like kind of work like fine dining and shit. But yeah, you know, I like my relationship with the, you know, I kind of have like 2 farms that I deal with, and you know, they got me some beautiful romaine right now, you know, but you know, at the end of the day, it's for Caesar salad, but still, you know, I care about that shit, you know.
Is it easy to work that closely with like most people just like order from Select Produce or Worldwide? Like, are you working direct with farms? Is that easier to do in Portland?
Yes and no, you know, because where I was at, I had like Ojai, California.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was connected with a couple farmers out there, and it's, you know, it's easy. I guess it is kind of easy, you know, but you just have to talk to your farmer about what you're doing, what you want to do on your menu, and, you know, plan ahead and stuff like that. And I just started learning to do that with, you know, my boy Scott. You know, it's just like, you know, like, yo, you know, I got, you know, give me some squash, give me some, you know, get that corn started, or, you know, like, you know, like, you know, what's going on with, you know, what do you got for me in spring, you know, like, how far ahead do you need to know what I'm doing, you know? Yeah. I don't know. It's fun. I like the challenge, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked at Bettina, you've worked at Demos, you worked for Scotty.
Yeah.
Has anyone worked for you and then gone and started anything?
I mean, in a big way, you know, Chris used to be my sous chef, you know, Chris. You know? Yeah. And we were both pizza nerds, you know, working fine dining. And then he went off, you know, I didn't open it, but I took over executive chef at this wine bar, and Chris was my sous chef, you know what I mean? But he was always just more passionate about pizza, and then landed himself at Bettina, which has been, you know, golden for him, you know what I mean? Like, they treat him really good, and he's a loyal dude. And yeah, so Chris, another one of my, I wouldn't say protege, but one of my boys, Ian Santiano, runs the oven over at Tribute Pizza.
Oh, yeah,
know?
dude.
Yeah.
In San Diego.
Yeah, and I remember going to visit, and when they first opened, and, you know, Matt coming out and saying like, hey, dude, I just want to say thank you, because you molded this guy into like the perfect guy for me. You know, like, and I was just like, oh, wow. You know, I didn't realize I kind of had that, what do you call that? Like, you know, like, you know, I had that Midas touch, you know. I was able to, you know, just, you know, nerd out with the guy, show him what I could, and then he went out, and he's been with Matt since the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribute's pretty fire.
Tribute is fire. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite pizza in Portland?
In Portland?
Outside of your own?
Dude, I just like it. And it's not just because I love Scotty, you know. But
And you're wearing a sweatshirt?
Dude, I love Scotty's,
Yeah.
you know. Ken's Artisan, you know, they're on point, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a good experience, you know, overall. You know, baby doll slices late night hit in a different way, you know?
Yeah.
I just had fucking we were talking about Hanson Will, the people that took over that building he used to be in. I'm spacing it on the name. But another fire pie out here.
Well, there's so much pizza in Portland.
There's so much pizza in Portland.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think there's such thing as too much pizza?
Maybe, you know, like, yeah, there's just like, you know, it keeps my fucking chops up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like looking at those pies from Yums, you know, that you posted yesterday, I was like, damn, you know, those are looking fire.
Do you go to Expo?
I haven't been since 2015.
Bro, you are overdue.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you?
It's changed. It has changed, man. Like but I
wanted
wanted
to
to
go out there and compete, man.
Yeah, I wanted to go this past year, but you know, circumstances changed with the business, and
of course,
I had to be right here. Yeah.
You said you have like one of the, like, it's almost like a box car, like in there.
Yeah.
Like it's like everything is perfectly in place.
Right. Yeah.
What like do you hit volume in there? Because you have what is that Pizza Master?
It's a 722.
Okay.
I think it's the smallest one in Portland, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you bottleneck, or like how many pizzas can you fit in there? 4 in each deck?
4 in each deck. I mean, I've gotten ambitious and I've thrown 5. I put in one in the, you know,
one in the
two
middle,
and one in the middle. Okay. It's just like, you know, I got to crank shit out. But I don't know if you saw on the side there, I have a rack hanging.
Yeah.
You know, I'll skin some pies out. You know what I mean? You know, I'll do like, you know, 8 at a time. Just keep them there when I know that rush is coming. That way, it just helps me, like, you know, get them, and they bake in about 2 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's pretty easy. Like, you can turn and burn.
I could turn and burn. You know, I haven't hit over 175 pies, but considering my staff and the size of this place, that's pretty damn good. You know? Like, yeah. You know.
If your sausage needs aren't hitting all the right notes, then let Maestro lead the way. Maestro has been working closely with pizzerias for decades. They produce sausages designed specifically with pizzerias in mind. And you can tell their Italian sausage crumbles look like they were handmade in your shop, and they will taste that way as well. With over 80 years in business, family owned and operated, the family is incredible, and so is their product. It's quality sausage with quality ingredients. Click the link in the show notes. A classical masterpiece awaits you. Back to the show. So the only thing that, like, you're really
storage.
Yeah, is the dough storage.
Yeah.
And you're taking care of that with a brewery fridge.
Yeah, with the brewery fridge.
They don't have any refrigeration in here?
Nope.
This fucking place looks huge.
It's huge, yeah.
It's too bad there's not just like a walk-in that could be communal.
Yeah, you know, give me a double door. You know, give me a double door, and I could put 2 bun racks in there, and I'll be set, you know. Because really, I would like to push it a little bit more. I was able to do this at Living House where I was going up like 4 days, but strict. You know what I mean? Like strict. Like, you know, this is exactly where I want it. You know, but now I'm like, you know, I'm getting into 2-day dough, but I'm manipulating it, you know, by pulling it out really early. And so by the time, you know, it comes down to baking, it's, you know, it's looking how I like, you know.
Is there things that you can't do in that kitchen because of space, or like, are you fine? You fine with that?
I don't know. I
love the space.
I feel pretty comfortable with it, to be honest with you. I am wired up for a third deck though, you know, if I feel like I could do that, but I don't know if you saw my dough bins that are hiding under that oven.
I saw
you know
it.
what I mean? I don't know where I would put that dough, the flour bins if I got that third deck. But I would love a prep deck, or at least an oven that I could keep at 500 degrees, so I could do some like roasted veggies, you know, like start cranking out some sides. But I mean,
do some squares.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like doing squares. Yeah.
Well, you could just put it right in the foyer, dude. Just get rid of some fucking seats, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a will, there's a way. That's crazy.
Sure.
Could Pizza Master just come out here and plop another deck on there?
No, I'd have to buy the full.
You'd have to buy a brand new
triple deck,
oven?
yeah.
Oh, whack.
And they went up this year in price too, man.
They go up
kinda
every
big.
year,
Yeah,
dude.
they were pretty big. I got that little guy, I think, for like 21 or something like that.
That's
you know,
tight.
now it's 28.
Yeah, I know people were like, I just meant like, I think mine was 32.
Yeah.
32 or 35.
You have a 922?
Now it's almost 48.
Oh,
No, I
crazy.
have a 933.
Oh, word,
With
okay.
steam injection, which is
Oh,
the biggest waste
damn.
of money.
Oh, for real?
It just doesn't work that well.
Okay.
Because naturally, if you you keep the flume in and you
Yeah.
have enough bread in there, it
Yeah.
creates like a decent amount of moisture that
On its own, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the steam injection just like it's kind of like
Oh, it's not like,
dude,
it's not like, you know,
have
like,
you seen a bread oven
oh
where
yeah.
it's like
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with a Wildflower Bakery out in Agora. That's where, kind of got into sourdough and baking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this German oven they have is fucking sick, dude. But the steam is intense when you
these Empire ovens that
Empire, that's right.
the Caniglios have. He showed me like the steam and it was fucking crazy. It was
Yeah.
like I could feel it like 10 feet away from the oven.
Yeah.
But it would be nice. But the idea was like I was gonna bake bread. I was gonna do all this shit. And
Same. Same.
In retrospect, I don't need steam injection.
Right.
Like,
I mean-
I'm not baking bread.
Yeah. The focaccia I'm making out of here, or that I was making, was pretty nice, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, I can't get my country loaves to come out, like I want out of here without, putting them in a cast iron,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's dude. You put them in that Dutch oven, dude.
Yeah.
They come out so fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that steam.
That's that real steam, dude.
Yeah, it has nowhere else to go. You know what I mean? It just falls right back on it, you know?
Oh, dude, look
Yeah.
at this. There's a field trip going on. I wonder where they're going. Is there a school nearby?
Yeah, there's like a daycare center down the street.
Okay. You hear that, everyone? That's the sound of the future.
Yeah. The future.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, they're they're grown. I have a grandkid.
You have a grandkid?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
were you
yeah.
talking to a certified grandpa?
Abuelo. Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old's the grandkid?
3.
And are they in Southern California?
Oxnard.
They're in Oxnard?
Yeah, they landed back in Oxnard. Yeah.
So do you go to Oxnard often?
No, as little as I possibly can.
Dude,
Yeah,
you're just you're over it.
Usually for a court date, you know.
Oh, shit, dude. It's like that, huh?
No, I haven't been in a while. I honestly have no interest, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like I said, I feel like I landed home here. you
Yeah.
know? Like yeah.
So the cool thing about like pizza, obviously, is that it's like a blank canvas. You can
Right.
do anything you want with it. Like,
Yeah.
and you're taking your cultural background and like you're making the pizza that you want to. Like, like what do you say to like VPN people or people that say like there are these rules in pizza, like this is how you should make it?
I mean, those are the same guys that are making those pies that you and I don't like. You know what I mean? That floppy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I respect the
craft.
I respect the craft 100%. You know what I mean? And I actually can't wait to go to Italy. You know, but it's just not my style, and I don't care what you think. You know?
Yeah.
Like people like I have classics on my menu. I have to be kind of safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people the amount of time I hear like our margarita pizza is like the best they've ever had. I'm just like, yeah, VPN wouldn't approve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have somebody every week who orders a margarita and adds pineapple. Crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But that's their shit. You know? Yeah.
I mean, I like the acidity. I like jalapeno and pineapple. That was
Yeah,
always my
yeah.
favorite pizza growing up.
Straight up.
It's
That's,
just like
you
a
know,
lot of acid and
Yeah.
heat.
That's my chingon. That's
Yeah.
my chingon. Pepperoni, pineapple, jalapeno.
What is the top seller is your elote?
I mean, in the summer, I'm going to say 100% it's the top seller. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But like, you're right. Pepperoni, it's definitely the hot ticket, you know?
Yeah.
And I like quadruple stack that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you would fucking put like half a pig on there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably costs more. It does cost. It's probably the most expensive pizza on my menu because of the amount of pepperoni I put on it.
Damn.
You know?
What
Yeah.
kind of pepperoni do you use?
Ezzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is not cheap.
Yeah. No, hell no. Have you met Darren?
I have like met Darren in passing. I was introduced to him at Pizza Expo, but I don't know him that well. No.
Yeah, he popped in here.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was funny because he popped in and he's like, oh, you know, wasn't open yet, you know, and I was like, he's like, hey, I want to come in, you know, I'm with Ezo, and I said, hey, dude, I'm gonna save you the trouble. I already ordered Ezo, dude, so you could, you know, just get out of here. You know?
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, he's, oh no, I'm gonna stick around, and then, you know, so I thought he was his fucking sales rep.
He looks. I mean, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
When I was introduced, I was like, oh, that's the guy.
Yeah, and I asked him, and I was like, so how long have you worked for the company? And he was like, well, my whole life. My grandpa started it, like, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I felt like a dick, you know? I was like, this is a dude.
You can leave now, bro. We use your pepperoni.
Yeah.
I'm fucking working. Dude, how?
No, but he was dope, dude. He's fucking cool,
Yeah.
you know? He styled my staff out with some gear, too. You
Dude,
know?
they have sick merch.
Yeah.
Sales reps like always seem to come into a shop like at the worst time. There is one thing I hate is somebody who comes into my kitchen uninvited. Like,
Right.
dude, don't cross this line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what cheese you have or like what you're bringing in. Like there are sacred rules here.
Right,
But they
yeah.
dude, there's no boundaries with a lot of salespeople.
A lot of them have never worked in this. They've never worked in kitchens. You know what I mean? I think everyone should be required once in their life to work in the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So
Everyone should have a service job, and everyone should have like at least 5 sessions of therapy.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like that should be government mandated. A service job for a full 3 months. Maybe like you graduate instead of going to college, you get a service job so you can deal with the public.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it can't just be front of house. You have to work in the back of house too.
Yeah, for sure.
That might be the therapy everyone needs, dude. I think we'd all treat each other a little nicer if we had to deal with the public together.
Yeah, we need to work on making that happen.
I'll write the bill.
Right.
Do you have great customers? Do you
Absolutely.
fuck with Yelp or anything? Like
I don't fuck with Yelp.
Yeah.
No.
So
I don't look at reviews.
Everyone's saying like everyone has pretty much said that like, nah, we don't have assholes. Like I guess there's no assholes here in Portland.
No. I mean, I don't know. You pick and choose, you know. what I mean? Yeah. But you know, I treat everyone how I want to be treated, and you know, it works out. You know.
How long did you have to look around for a business before landing here?
Not long at all. You know, I told my buddy that I was thinking about opening a spot. You know what I mean? I was gearing more towards like a cart, and then he sent me the post that Holy Ghost made about Electric Pizza Company selling. He's like, "Yo, check this out."
How did Electric Pizza Company a name like that, and then they had a Baker's Pride?
It wasn't even a Baker's Pride. It was like a Peerless, like an electric Peerless.
Yeah, those Peerless, those are kind of whack.
I gave it away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gave everything that was in there away. I had my own shit, you know?
Do you find it as crazy as I do that we put the best ingredients in our pizza, our dough, our cheese, toppings, fresh produce, and then we put pencil shavings on our tables called red chili flakes? What is a red chili flake? We found out about Flatiron premium pepper flakes from a customer who actually brought us some. We were putting it on every slice we ate. It was gold. We were like searching for it like addicts in the back, just like, ooh, where's the Flatiron? Where's the Flatiron? There is no going back. When you pop these peppers, you are gonna know. You can smell it, you can feel it, you can taste it. The 4-pepper blend, which is actually the blend we have on every table at Hot Tongue, definitely has a higher heat level, and I'm a heat guy, if you know what I'm saying. It has the arbol, the jalapeno, the ghost, and the habanero. It's spicy. They are liberating pizzerias from low quality pepper flakes. Flatiron pepper, you are going to know the difference. In here, real peppers from Italy. Let's go. Head to flatironpepper.com right now. Use the code PIE2PIE at checkout. That's PIE, number 2, PIE at checkout. And any order over $25 is going to get you a bottle free of the sweet heat. Put that sweet heat in your cart, and any order over $25, that baby's gonna be free. Do not miss this chance to upgrade your pepper game. Head to flatironpepper.com right now and join the Pepper Flake revolution. So you just he sent you the post on Instagram and you just fucking came over here. How long had you been thinking like I'm gonna make this transition? I'm gonna go into this shit for myself.
I mean, a month before I was punching air in a walk-in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then a beer rep walked in and he was like, they're like, yo, they need you up front, you know. And I walked. This dude had the can of beer and the branding on it was dope. And I was like, oh, this is sick. Where are you at? He's like, oh, I'm in the old Modern Times building. And I said, oh shit. I didn't realize, you know, there was a new brewery in there. And I was like, what are you doing with that kitchen? And he's like, nothing, you know? And I was like, dude, I have a concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is how old I am. I had a PowerPoint for this kind of model already. You know what I mean?
That's sick,
And
dude.
I just emailed it to him. And then he was like, dude, I'm interested, you know? And we made that work. Bought an oven. But getting into here, I was like, honestly, my friend sent me that post. We opened this fucker in 30 days. Like we painted it. We took everything out. We were here fucking literally like 16 hours a day. You know what I mean? Every day for the first 3 months we're open. You know what I mean? And fucking took a lot out of me. I mean, the walls were blank. We didn't have that mural up and shit. You know?
Tight.
Yeah,
Everything's tight. Branding's pretty sick. The Pixxa is like great.
Same person that did the branding for those cans that I was talking about at that brewery.
Oh,
fucking,
shit.
You know, ended up
Very
landing
cool.
here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. No, we did this. I mean, it happened so fast. Even the landlord didn't believe I was going to open in 30 days. You know?
Well, how the fuck did you?
It was like May 1st to June 1st. You know what? Yeah.
How'd you do that though, dude? How'd you like? That's a lot of money to come up with to get the fucking oven. Like you just.
I already had the oven.
You already. So you had already bought the oven.
I already had that oven over at Living House. So I already had the oven. We just had to wait for them to wire in the.
But that's fucking. It's crazy that because that oven. That's like kind of the only pizza master you would have even put in this space too.
Right. Yeah.
So it's kind of bizarre that worked out for you.
It just worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
If you had gotten anything bigger, you kind of would have been fucked.
No shit. Yeah. What's the next step up?
It's you go out another stone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I just love it. Like this space is so well designed that like one person could sit in there and crank. Like,
right.
You
100%.
yourself like
Yeah.
you could crank like. I have all kinds of pipe dreams, but like a pizzeria where like I have 60 dough balls a day. I'm the only one there.
Yeah.
You get your pizza when you get it. I close when they're all gone. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Obviously you can't. I mean, I can't do that because I have a family and I need to make money.
Right.
But,
yeah.
I mean,
but
60,
you could.
60 pies a day is actually pretty fucking good.
If you're doing it on your own, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. And I've cranked Friday night service, Saturday night service by myself. I had a counter person, you know what I mean? But like I've handled I know I can still do it, you know. Do I want to do it for another 10 years? Probably not, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'd want to do it like casually.
Right.
Like actually like go back to enjoying making pizza. So much of making pizza for me now is it just kind of all the romance is really ruined. It truly is. Like it's like I don't enjoy it the same way I used to.
Yeah.
Like
I still love it. I inherited this guy from Sizzle Pie that, you know, a lot of Sizzle Pies closed.
What happened with them, dude?
Dude, I don't know. It's some kind of scandal that I think we're going to be watching a Netflix special about someday because it's kind of crazy. It's like some kind of monopoly shit, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
It was a land grab, huh?
right, yeah. But Benji's like been my savior here. You know what I mean? He's been the reason I could take, you know, a day or two off. But he was telling another employee, he's like, you ever see how Henry looks at the pizza like it's a naked lady? He's like, I'm starting to do that too. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's the guy I want here.
Yeah.
You know, that's the guy I want, you know? Somebody
I get that. I will look at pizza like it is some I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something really fucked up. You know, I think everyone gets what I'm talking about. But like, I look at pizza the same way.
Yeah.
So it's just like it can be so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like I love like going into Hot Tongue and they'll be like, some of the dudes like Andrew will be like, do you want to get some content? And I'll be like, yeah. And it's just grabbing pizzas that are coming out of the oven, but like seeing the caramelization correctly all the way across the whole like crust.
Yeah.
And like the cheese is bubbling, the sauce is perfect. Like I almost get off more knowing that they're creating that. I had nothing to do with it. It looks so fucking sick, and then
Yeah.
we're selling that every day. And
Right.
and really, like, I had everything to do with it, but I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
And to me, that's like the more exciting thing. I don't feel like I need to touch everything.
No, I've been getting a little bit of that too, sitting at the bar and watching, just watching pies come out to people. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? But I did,
Yeah. Is it cool to like, because like not everyone's had an elote pizza. Like your concept is definitely very much, and like it is, I would say it's very hard to do because just like with Hapa, like anytime I see like fusion pizza, it's a little, it's like I'm a little concerned because without balance, right? Like people can overdo it on these things, and then it just becomes more of a gimmick, than real deal. Like,
for sure,
this is what I want to house. But like when somebody eats your pizza for the first time, say it's an elote, or like they've never even had chorizo on pizza,
right?
Like, is it kind of like crazy to watch them be like, what the fuck, like a mind blown, like right in front of you?
Absolutely, man. That's what keeps me, wanting to do it and even wanting to be more creative and like what's next. You know what I mean? Like I've been thinking about this mushroom mole pie for a little bit now, where I'm actually gonna, probably dump some truffles on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, no, it keeps me, and it's all about balance and not getting, like you said, ridiculous with toppings where it's just like, my elote pie, I see a lot of people doing like the esquite pie or whatever, and they're putting pickled red onions on it. It's like, well, when have you had pickled red onions on your street corn? You didn't have to go there. Just keep it what it is. And
that's like that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like or they'll like you just slather it in crema.
Right.
It just gets out of hand. It's like it's probably good, but is it a pizza that like I'm gonna come back and eat again? Because like what I look for in any food is like I want to be fed, I want to be full, and I want to feel good, like after the whole thing's over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and I feel like you walk like a crazy line because you do have to find that balance.
Yeah,
it has to be dialed in.
No, and that's just what it is. It's balance. You know what I mean? And like I'll before I'll launch a new pie, like I think the last pie I've put out that was new is that mi chorizo, which that is a fucking really well balanced pie, dude. You know what I mean? And it's called mi chorizo. But no, that it's all about balance. You know what I mean? And I think I have that that chef background to respect that and not go
You're not
go
crossing
overboard.
lines.
Right?
It's about setting up those boundaries and not crossing them.
Yeah.
Do you know, is that a Pizza Boys pin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Bobby?
No, I haven't met him, but I'm a big supporter.
He's a very rad dude.
Yeah.
I got to meet him, and do you know who Della Desso is?
No.
He's like a grime artist. They've done like a lot of stuff together.
Okay, I'm sure I've seen it. Yeah.
Della Desso's from Riverside. I have a bunch of his art. Big supporter. He's been pretty inspirational. Like I even like the whole pink box. He uses this really sick pink and
nice.
But Pizza Boys, they're tight. Shout out Bobby.
What's up, Bobby? Come through.
Come through, dude. Pull up. So you were like pretty prepared to like run a team. How many people did you start like when you opened the shop? Was it just you? Did you? Because it's grown. It's almost a year, right?
Yeah. I've actually had the same people that I started with. The same amount of people, you know what I mean? So
really?
Yeah. I've had.
You started with 6. They're all still there.
Yeah, but all of them, all part time. Everybody's part time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
we're all part time, dude.
Yeah. Well, except for Benji now, because
Benji's from Sizzle Pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sizzle Pie. What do you think about Sizzle Pie?
I had it once. I mean, I think that says enough.
The concept, it was cool though. Like with the Pizza Party HQ and like all their art and like the metal shit and like.
I missed that era of Sizzle Pie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the. I moved here to the corporate Sizzle Pie. Yeah.
Do you want to open more of these?
No.
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 This is it.
No, I do want to do a cart though. You know, we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to be a part of like some of these art markets and these night markets that go on here. You know what I mean?
You know how much something like that would cost? Like the food truck that you want to get?
I don't want to spend more than 80 racks
grand?
on it. Yeah. But I think here in Portland, you know, with how different things are to get started and open up, I think I could totally do it. You know? Yeah.
That's like, I think, like a missed opportunity for a lot of people who, instead of like, if you had the opportunity to kind of like up your catering or your mobile operation,
Yeah.
it's like, it's a thing that I think kind of gets looked past.
Right.
But having that flexibility, like my favorite people to talk to are people that started with like a Fiero oven, like a trailer, and
Yeah.
or like, because they still have that. And like you started with like a catering background.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue to get those. Then you're going to go into a brick and mortar, and like they're going to help each other. I've been using Karen Spring flour for years now. It's been a complete game changer. It comes from an incredible mill in Washington State where they stone mill regeneratively grown grains into some of the most flavorful flour I've ever worked with. They stone mill everything, which means enhanced flavors, preserved nutrients, and embraces a more traditional, sustainable way of doing things. You can feel it the second you open the bag. It's not your average flour. It has color. Do you ever look at a white dough ball? A white dough ball makes no sense. Grain is not white. Open up a bag of Karen Springs and take a look at Mother Earth. Karen Spring operates a social purpose corporation. Legally, they're prioritizing impact over profit. That's pretty powerful. Whether it's your main flour or you want to just blend it, using Karen Springs is going to introduce new flavors you've never tasted before. It helps reshape the food system one bake at a time. We choose Karen Springs because we believe that great ingredients are not just a tagline, it's a commitment. And yes, it does cost more, but like anything worth doing, you get what you pay for. Our dough program is the foundation of what we sell. It's my calling card, and it starts with great grain. Be part of something better. Really use the best ingredients. Karen Springs isn't just flour. It's a belief in the makers, the millers, and the movement. Use code PIE2PIE for 15% off your first order at KarenSpring.com.
I mean, I remember when Bettina started out as, I think it was Autostrada they were called, out of their, and they still have it, their little blue you know, mobile wood fire oven.
Yeah.
You know, and they do a lot of catering shit. You know, it's kind of like, you know, full circle. You know, they have this beautiful restaurant, but also they still have the, you know, the tool that got them started. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're going the opposite way, dude.
Yeah.
So that would be it. You'd want to get some kind of mobile cart. I mean,
Yeah.
the cart scene here is crazy. I pulled up on two restaurants that I thought we were like going to eat at a restaurant, but they're carts, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the cart
Yeah.
game here is like,
It's crazy.
yeah. I mean, which is nice because seems like a little less scary, and it's cool that the city is so open to mobile food.
Right. Yeah. Are they
tightening
They've
it up?
gotten tight. They've tightened it up a bit, but it's still very loose. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. You know, straight up, I could never have done this in Oxnard. You know, no way. It would have cost me an arm and a leg. You know.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
does in
Yeah,
California.
Yeah.
Is it much cheaper to live out here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I live on the equivalent of like Melrose. You know what I mean? Like I live on Hawthorne.
Yeah.
And, you know, I live in a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, you know, for under $1,500 a month. That's crazy. You know, the last place I lived in Oxnard, the rent was going up to $3,200 a month. You know?
Yeah, that sounds right. I think like a 1-bedroom average in Los Angeles is $2,800.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Time to get out, huh?
nice weather.
Fucking time to leave, dude. Portland, here I come. No, I think there's plenty of pizza up here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot.
Do you worry about other pizzerias opening, or is it kind of just like, I'm in my own lane, I don't give a shit?
Dude, this neighborhood, you know, I'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. This neighborhood's dope. You know, I could, you know, just, you know, the neighbors, you know, they got me, you know?
Yeah.
And I have people coming out here, you know, so it's you know,
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel pretty confident. You got the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And how much does this bar support your spot?
I mean,
Like, are you like, what percentage of your your sales do you think is is it a lower percentage than I think it would be? Because this bar's open 7 days a week, right?
Yeah, they are open.
You're
7
open
days.
7 days a
Yeah.
week.
I mean, I will say this, and I don't know, because I never hung out here. You know what I mean? Before.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning of the year when they did their annuals, you know, they came over and they were just like, hey, we just want to say that, you know, it's been clear as day since you've been in here. You know, we've been doing better. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good relationship.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Quid pro quo, dude.
Yeah, because you know, I already had articles before I moved in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then article drop letting everybody know we were moving in here. And it just, you know, it brought people.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So you've helped the bar too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's very mutual. You know what I mean? I kind of consider them like partners. You know, like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you are a partnership. I mean, they want to sell booze, you want to sell food, and
Yeah.
those two things kind of work very well together.
Yeah. And I just got my beer and wine. You know, so
Oh, how's that fucking work?
I don't know yet, dude. I don't know yet.
You have beer and wine, and they have beer and wine.
It's like a no compete thing. You know,
Yeah.
I can't. You know, I can't sell, you know, Rainiers for $2. You know.
That's too bad, dude. Some vitamin R's for $1.
They get so packed though, where people who just want a beer or
Yeah.
waiting in line, you know what I mean? They could just pop over here and grab a craft beer, you know,
Sick,
or a glass
dude.
of Lambrusco, you know.
Oof, I love Lambrusco.
Same.
A little fizzy.
Yeah.
So this used to be a Modern Times, man. What happened to fucking Modern Times,
No,
dude?
no.
Modern Times Brewery?
My old spot used to be Modern Times. Yeah.
Well, even
yeah.
that spot, dude.
Yeah.
They closed down in SoCal, too.
Oh, yeah,
I loved
yeah.
that beer. I had Modern Times Ice, their Pilsner, at my wedding, dude.
Oh,
Must
no
have
shit.
drank fucking like 17 tall boys that day.
Yeah. Yeah. That head brewer, Matt Sandoval, is Living House. And if-
Living Spaces.
yeah.
Living House?
Living Haas. Yeah,
Living Haas.
Yeah, yeah. But he was the head brewer for Modern Times for forever, and he opened his own spot. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they
great
had
beer,
they
great
had-
beer.
Again, they had great vegan options, too, but
Right.
nobody's vegan anymore, so.
Nope.
There's a lot of
A lot
vegans
of
out
vegans
here
out
in
here for
Portland.
sure.
You got vegan pie?
I make cashew ricotta. You know.
You
Yeah.
making your own shit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you learn how to do that? The internet?
No, dude. I worked for this kosher winery called the Herzog Winery.
Herzog.
Yeah, in Oxnard, and supervised OU, so no dairy. So when we would do like pizzettes or whatever, we'd have to use like a cashew ricotta, and I
Okay.
learned how to make it there. Yeah,
Dude, I feel like that is the way to go. Nuts are so flavorful.
yeah, absolutely.
We make
yeah.
a cashew mozzarella, an almond ricotta, and we do almond parmesan, and it's fucking fire, dude.
No shit.
Yeah, almond
Alright.
parmesan. Just shred up some almonds, put some salt and some garlic powder in there.
That's it.
Maybe a little nutritional yeast, dude, if you're feeling crazy. If you're feeling crazy. Do you sell a lot of vegan pies? I mean, there's like
Fuck yeah, dude.
there's
Yeah.
a shit ton of vegan
Yeah.
options in
No.
every menu
Yeah.
here in Portland.
I sell a lot of vegan pies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love having that option.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the vegans.
You do gluten free?
Fuck no.
Oh man, you got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, you just is it too hard for you, or you just don't believe in it?
I just there's a specialty spot that you can go down the street for that.
Is it
You know
fire?
what I mean?
Is it good? There's a
I don't know.
Oh man, come on, dude. Yes.
No,
All the
I just
celiacs
know.
out there
I don't,
trying to get that
yeah,
good, homie. Yeah.
Fucking Bettina does a good gluten free.
Do they?
Yeah, apparently they sell a lot of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, we sell a shit ton of gluten free at Hot Tongue.
Oh, are you doing your own like a
We
cup
make
for
our
cup?
own. Yeah, we use it's not cup for cup. It's a blend done by Authentic Flour, which is in the South Bay. But yeah, it's mostly like millet, tapioca, potato starch, and rice flour, and then it's a good amount of yeast. But we cook it. We do it in squares.
Okay.
It's like the Caputo makes a gluten-free flour.
Yeah.
But and it's a great flour, but it tastes like Caputo. Like you can anytime somebody's using that flour.
Yeah.
I don't care what your recipe is.
Yeah.
It just tastes like that flour.
I know what you mean.
But yeah, what kind of flour do you use here?
Shepherd's grain. Yeah.
They are from Idaho,
They're from Idaho.
Montana.
their headquarters is here in Portland.
It's here though.
Yeah, yeah.
America,
and,
dude.
Yeah.
Grain.
Right. Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah.
Shepherd's grain.
Yep.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Is that what Scotty uses too?
I believe so.
Shepherd's grain.
Yeah.
I got a sample. They were trying to get into Southern California. It's really good grain.
It
We
is
use Karen
good.
Springs, dude. It's crazy. Everyone uses fucking Karen Springs now, dude.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Well, what? Why don't you want
It's
to?
a price point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like my price point on my pies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I want to keep it. I want to. Pan con queso's for everyone. You know? Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah, no, hot tongue is just for certain people. Yeah,
No,
like you need to
yeah.
be able to afford
I don't know.
good
I
food.
look at my prices all the time, and I don't. You know, I kind of like look around, and I'm like, dude, just. I don't know.
You know how I do my prices? Like every probably month or every 2 weeks, I just go look at every single pizzeria's prices.
Right.
That's like within maybe a 5 mile radius of mine.
Yeah.
And as long as my cheese pizza is lower than theirs, that's it. I just try to be $1 lower.
Yeah.
Than them. But everyone is pretty much charging the same amount.
Yeah.
Like an 18-inch pizza is around $30 to $34.
Oh, okay.
Which is fairly affordable after what I've seen in Portland. Like,
Yeah, no,
fuck,
this
dude.
is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about.
Like, Portland is cheaper
Yeah.
to live, but I've noticed that the pizza is actually more expensive, which is crazy, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, I mean, maybe I go home and raise my prices to Portland standard. I
Right.
don't know.
I mean, you
Price
know,
is very
you
serious,
never
though.
know.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's like nothing you should fuck with. But
Right.
I mean, you want to make it affordable because we lowered our prices in hopes that we could do more volume. You
Okay.
know, it's a
Yeah.
volume game.
Right.
Okay, we can lower our prices by 20%. We just have to make sure that that 20% turns into higher volume because
Yeah.
you do want to make it affordable. You like the point of opening a restaurant is so everyone can enjoy it.
Right.
The minute like you create this thing that's like, yo, dude, like no one's gonna fucking pay $40 for a pizza. Like, I think that's the threshold.
Unless you're in Portland.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. Fucking like, I think that the number 40, like, I think once you go over 40, like, you even if it's a 20-inch pizza, like you got to be out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's like a
Dude,
fucking $40 pizza? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. $40? I mean, that's kind of where we're going, but I feel like that's the mental threshold where
Yeah.
people see $40 and it's like, that's two $20 bills.
Yeah.
That's a fucking lot of money.
Yeah.
Some of us in the pizza industry might only know Slice from the online ordering app, which is still around, but Slice is doing a lot more these days. They're building tools now to support the independent pizzeria, and not just Slice users, but the independent pizzeria industry as a whole. They're telling the stories of pizza shop owners, creating resources, and ultimately products that help the smaller guy compete with the bigger chains. Slice now has an integrated POS system that's specifically designed for pizzerias. They're doing stuff like SEO, marketing, and full website build-outs, along with custom box pricing that you are going to get probably way lower than what you're paying for right now. They have a ton of resources for every owner. Buying power is a huge thing, especially when you're talking about big chains. And what Slice allows you to do is negotiate with suppliers and vendors to get a lower rate. That's what the Slice network allows. There's 24/7 tech support for customer care, and an extension of your staff is what they call it. This business can be lonely, as you all know if you listen to this podcast, but it doesn't have to be. With resources provided by Slice, you can be in this business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Yeah. And pizza cooks in Portland make more money than fucking anybody in the country.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
Yeah, because it's competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's competitive, you know?
For competitive pay?
Yeah.
Well, minimum wage here is 16, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously tips.
Yeah, but you know, even the places that like, you know, don't have tips, you know, are starting at a good pizza joint, you know what I mean? Like $25 an hour, you know?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Throw a rock.
They're all doing it?
Yeah.
Do you pay your cooks 25 an hour?
Absolutely.
25 an hour?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. And tips?
No tips. No
so-
tips for my back of house. You know, my front of the house takes care of tips, but I also have my front of the house building salads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like there's a little bit of balance there.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to work out a different model of a pay structure right now. I'm gonna talk to some people, get some advice. You know,
That's
what I mean?
great, dude.
Yeah.
We do 23 an hour.
Yeah.
At your base starting for cooks. It's 19 now for counter service, customer
Yeah.
service.
Yeah.
The kitchen splits all the tips. When there's somebody in the front, I think it's a 20% goes to the kitchen. But I mean,
Okay.
they're getting all online orders and stuff. It's really just
Right.
the person that person is touching.
Yeah.
But and then our managers make a good wage. But man, that's great. That's a great wage. $25 an hour.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I'm moving to Portland, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look at some models. There's a lot of like restaurants out here that do like profit sharing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've had the same crew I opened with. Pretty
Yeah.
much. I want to keep them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to keep them. I like them a lot.
Profit
Yeah.
sharing, like I don't know enough about it. It just
Same.
seems messy to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like for tax purposes and everything. I feel like a balanced, structured bonus program.
Right,
Like,
for sure.
to be really like transparent with your team, and
Yeah.
if you want to sit down and show them numbers and be like, this is what we're doing. Here's all of our costs.
Yeah.
If we can hit these numbers, then dude, everyone's getting $5.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
$1,000
Right.
every quarter or some
Yeah.
shit.
I'm just starting to dabble into that idea. You
Yeah.
know, so, but yeah, but I definitely want longevity in my crew. Yeah.
100%, man. I hope that I can create enough growth and opportunity to keep great people around.
Yeah.
And so that I see that being like the way into that is opening up more shops and either giving them ownership in those shops,
Right.
or at least being able to pay, like giving them fucking substantial raises in salary every year.
Right.
I would like to pay my GM like $100,000 plus to
Right.
work at a slice shop.
Yeah.
Like that's unheard of. But dude, California is fucked up. Like $100,000 is like almost not even enough to live in Los Angeles. It's like there's it's work living in that city. Like what other fucking place do you have to go buy a refrigerator every time you move? Like it's like the fucking hardest place to live. Like
Right.
and so being able to provide something like that and longevity and like there's so much power and love and friendship in working with people for a really long time. It's so hard to lose those key components, and there's really no price tag in people like that.
Yeah, and that's why I've been thinking about this. You know what I mean? I want to respectfully take care of these people that I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, dude. Before we end this, you want to play a little game called Overrated, Underrated?
Okay. Oh shit.
All right, I'm gonna say something, and then you'll say overrated, underrated, and you can tell me why you think it's overrated or underrated, or you can just look at me dead in the eye and say overrated.
All right.
All right. So overrated, underrated, ranch dressing.
I sell a lot of ranch. Overrated.
You make your own ranch?
Yeah.
Nice. It's fucking overrated. Hot honey.
Underrated.
Do you like hot honey?
I do.
What kind of hot honey do you use?
Mike's.
Mike's? Okay. Overrated, underrated, long fermentation.
Underrated.
Okay. And you're doing a 3-day ferment, right? Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
at least. You
Yes,
know what I
at
mean? Like,
least.
yeah.
And you're doing
yeah.
sourdough?
Yes.
How many times you feed your starter?
Once, but I cold ferment it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
in the fridge every day?
It's in the fridge every day. I pop it out, usually around noon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For the feed later, for the levain,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I refeed it and pop it back in the fridge and just play that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Overrated, underrated, social media.
I hate to say underrated. I don't fuck with it, but it's underrated. It's big for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overrated, underrated, influencers.
Overrated.
You've had some pretty good like press, like write-ups that have helped, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly from Eater?
The Oregonian.
The Oregonian.
Yeah.
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 Do you see a huge uptick like when somebody mentions you or you get something like that in business?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do this. Overrated, underrated, pizza lists. Best of lists.
if you're talking top 50, if you're talking top 50, overrated.
Okay.
You know?
Top 20 in Portland.
I think it's
Any list in general, really.
underrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Underrated. All right.
Underrated.
All right.
Yeah, underrated.
Overrated, underrated. Scotty Rivera.
Underrated.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, bless that man's heart.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like one final good one. Overrated, underrated, half and half pizzas.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just like telling everyone how much I hate making half.
I
and
had
half
somebody
pizzas.
yesterday ask me for, can you put pepperoni on a quarter of it? I was like,
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, I've seen people make quarter.
I've done it. You know what I mean? Not here,
Yeah.
but I have done it.
I would do it for my wife and my kid.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
about it.
I do it for somebody I was sleeping with too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't much I won't do
But
for that.
and you can half and half my classics, but you can't do a half fucking elote and a half chorizo con papas.
That's
you know
what I'm
saying?
talking about. Like
No
the
fucking way.
crazy specialty ones.
No.
Be fucking slowing you down on a Friday night. All right, dude. Let's end it there. Thank you so
All right.
much for giving me
you.
your morning and
Yeah.
making this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna make some pizza now?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's go.
Let's go.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much.